Hello there, it's Jay here from Jay's Vintage Junk, and we're in the living room today, and I thought we'd have a quick look at this. What we've got here is a Hitachi SDT-116 record player. Now this dates from probably the late 70s or the early 80s, and it's what was known as a disco deck. And I was round at a pal that I know, Rob's he's off one of the Facebook groups that I frequent, and I was round his place picking up some vintage computer bits, and he had this on a shelf. He picked it up off Freecycle, and with the intention of doing something with it, and he'd never got round to it. And he said, did I have a use for it? Well, these decks, to be totally honest, they're a bit modern for my taste. As you've seen from some of my other videos, I restore 50s, 60s and early 70s little dancette style record players. Now, so like I said, this type of thing doesn't interest me all that much, but a friend of mine a while back asked me to look out for a record player for playing some of her old 70s rock albums on. Now, my old 50s, 60s and 70s little portable record players, although they're alright and they're fun, some of them rock albums now, they're getting a bit collectible, and them old record players aren't too kind on the records, especially some of the earlier ones. So I wouldn't like to play some records that potentially got a bit of value to them on something like this. Now, something like this is absolutely ideal. So I thought, oh, I'll pick it up for my friend, see what I can do with it. And it's actually in really, really nice condition, this. When I got it, it actually worked well. We'll just power it up now and put it on the radio. And the radio, bear in mind, I'm in a really poor signal area here, and I haven't got an aerial plugged into it, but as you can hear, you know, it's got a good radio on it. Medium wave and long wave and FM. And the radio worked brilliantly. All the controls, no crackle on them at all. Someone's obviously really looked after this unit. I've not used it very often. But the problem with it was that the tape deck was completely dead on it, and so was the turntable. Now, I've already done the tape deck, and what it was, if I just show you, it's the same problem we come to with some of the old computers, some of the old cassette recorders, and well, that's the belt that I took out the tape deck, and as you can see, I've already touched it once, so you can see it on my hands. The whole thing has just turned. If you look here, it's turned to goo. You can see I can literally just spread the old belt out on that. It's all that's what I've had to use. Sorry, all that's what I've had to use just to clean the tape path from the tape deck. I mean, I've done all that already, so it's now got a fully working tape deck. I'll just show that running actually, because for a deck like this, it's actually got a really nice tape deck on it. Let's stick a tape in. Press tape. Let you have a listen to this. Said for one of these, it's got a nice sounding tape deck on it. It's got Dolby noise reduction on it, and it's got it'll either play standard or chrome tapes on it. So it's got a tape selection. Give it a bit of volume. As you can hear, that sounds quite nice really for a tape. Can't play too much of that because that's copyrighted material, but you get an idea. Just rewind that. So literally all that needed was some new belts. Obviously I've cleaned the heads, cleaned the tape path on it. But now we're on to the turntable. And this morning, whenever I've got it, there it is. In the morning, this morning, that arrived in the post, which is a new drive belt for this. These have a, they're not a direct drive turntable. In fact, let's just whip that off, make this a bit easier. These are a belt drive turntable. Now what that means is they're actually a bit quieter than the old direct drive turntables. You don't get as much rumble off them because there's no direct connection between the platter and the motor. And what we need to do to replace that is these platters are actually a taper fit on the spindle, because these are designed to be taken off obviously to replace the belts which do perish. And all we need to do is we get hold of it like that and give it a tug up, and the platter will come off like that. And it's imperative when you take these off just to make sure there's no muck or rubbish round the edge round there, or indeed on the capstan down there on the motor. And what we do is we take the new belt, we just put it round there like that. Now these belts, you can go to one of the record places and you can give them the model number of your turntable, and they will find you the exact correct belt for your turntable, and you'll probably pay between 10 and 14 quid I think for most of them. But what you can do is you can take a piece of string, stretch it round there, measure the circumference, and order your belt from the actual diameter there. And that's what I did for this, and that belt worked out at about 4 quid compared with about 10 to 14 quid if you order it off the model. And it's exactly the same belt. All you need to do is make sure you get the right diameter. So we've got that on there like that. And the next thing we need to do is you just pinch the belt, just bring it out with your finger like that, go over to the deck and just pop it on, and that's all it needs. As you can see, that's popped on there, providing that's nice and free to turn. That's the new belt fitted. We will fit the back, and let's just see what this sounds like. I've got a vinyl record here, so let's stick this on and let's see what it sounds like. Select that to phono. And now we've got that set to 33. Let's just pick up the stylus, put that on the record. Now this isn't my taste in music, but it should show at least the record player working. There we go. And I think you'll agree that actually does sound very, very nice. And with that lightweight head shell on it, you've no chance of damaging any of your valuable records. And so for, what, a couple of quid for the cassette recorder belts, which I already had in stock, and 4 quid for the drive belt for the turntable, we've turned this into a fully working unit again. And I must say it sounds quite nice. Let's just try the auto cut mechanism. Just hold that down. As we can see, it auto cuts and it should shut itself off. Let's see if it's going to shut itself off, and it does. So there we go. I thought I'd give you a quick look at that, seeing I was just getting it up and running again for my friend. And these things, I mean, they weren't very popular a while ago, and you can still pick these up for literally £1 or £2. And I think if you've got the space for one, they're well worth getting hold of one of these to play your vinyl on. They sound really nice, especially these later, like the Hitachi ones. Some of the better brand ones. Like I said, they're still going for virtually nothing. You can literally get these that are being given away. And for a few new belts, a bit of a clean, you've got a really good player. So I think I'll leave it at that. This was just a little quick video to show what I'm up to today. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.